Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to yet another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. I am your host, Dylan Abear, and we are presented exclusively by the Debate Network. Real quick, before we get to introductions, you do see that Blaine is not on the show, and he is going to be out tonight, and I hope not much longer. I received word today from Blaine, so I did talk to Blaine. Blaine's in good spirits. Blaine did, unfortunately, have emergency surgery today. For everyone who does know that keeps up with our show, we do have to reschedule our show sometimes, have to go on different days and whatnot. But Blaine is a coach for high school baseball. And he sent me the video. So like I said, Blaine is in good spirits. He's doing well. He was attempting to like high five his player that was coming up to him. So it was almost like that jumping high five that people do. I'm not sure if it's a practice, a scrimmage, a game, whatever. It was last night, apparently. And the moment he went to jump, it's like he slipped. It's like the grass caught him and he slipped. And I saw like basically his leg went behind him, basically. And unfortunately, he did rupture both of his patella tendons, and he did undergo surgery this morning. Like I said, Blaine is in good spirits. I talked to him earlier today. He will do his best, he said, to come on with us for Mania next week. But Blaine, I'm pretty sure I speak for all of us when I say, we're all thinking about you, and, we hope you're doing well. And, yeah, man, like we can't wait for the comeback, whenever that may be. So we're all praying for you, man, and we hope you're doing okay. But joining us, obviously, we get the other two members of the Core 4 first.
It's time to play the game.
Of course, we got our guy, Triple J. Jordan. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, my twin.
Motherfucker, I knew you were going to say that, dude. For anyone confused, and the thing is, Blaine was going to be confused because he didn't hear the story. Gary heard the story this past weekend, and Tim, I know, didn't hear it either. But Jordan has been on this little train where he says, oh, we look alike. Oh, we're twins. Oh, we do. Okay. So I always say, no, we don't. I just kind of push it away. I shove it away and whatnot. Well, I think Jordan had the greatest day of his life this past Saturday. We went shopping at Kroger. Me, him, and my mom went to Kroger, do a little bit of shopping there themselves. My mom wanted to go run and whatnot before Easter. And all of a sudden, we're sitting down. We're getting ready to go check out. And an employee of Kroger came up to us. And she said, are y'all twins? I said, oh, my God. And I could see Jordan had the biggest grin, like he just saw Santa Claus for the first time. I said, "There's no fucking way that lady just asked us this." And Jordan has reminded me since Saturday. He has called me twin more times than I can imagine. But before I can even continue, because I want intake from both of our guys down there. First, we have our other guy, the other member of the Core 4, Gary. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Glad to be here. Blaine, I'm sorry to hear about what happened, but I'm wishing you a quick recovery if you're watching, and if not, then oh well. I still said it. Also, I just wanted to say that I have known Dylan for probably like 26 years now, something like that. And it never dawned on me how alike you and Jordan actually look. And so I just wanted to ask, are you guys actually twins?
We are not. I hate to disappoint, but we're not.
Also, really quick,
yeah,
last thing, and then you could kick it off to TK. I also saw the most unbelievable thing over the weekend. I think it was, or maybe no, it wasn't Monday. I think it was over the weekend. Jordan was having a really good weekend because he also played against Dylan in the baseball game, like Big Show or whatever the hell it's called.
The MLB The Show.
The show, yeah, sorry.
Big Show.
The show. Yeah, I was thinking wrestling. Sorry. He played Dylan in MLB The Show and actually won for like the first time ever. So yeah, Jordan was having a good ass weekend.
Yeah, first we're twins, then he beats me, and yeah, he had the greatest weekend of his life, honestly. But then, of course, joining us, as you see, you can catch him on Circle of Debate. You can catch him on the Tim King Show. He is one half of All Elite Dirt Sheet, which you can catch tonight, actually, after AEW Dynamite. Our guy, Tim King, what's good, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Gary, what's up? Always a pleasure to come on and hang out with you. Dylan, my guy. Jordan, I will say I've always thought this. Not twins. I can't go that far. But I've always thought younger brother for sure, dude. I see it. I see the genes. Younger brother, not twin, but younger brother for sure. And what's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day.
Absolutely. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that too.
So it was actually Easter. It was actually Easter Sunday. Because Gary and Taylor came over on Easter, and then they had ended up leaving, and then me and Jordan were standing there, and my wife Cheyenne said, "Wait, let me take a picture of y'all and send it in our family chat and see what everyone else thinks." So I'm gonna pop this picture up that we took on Sunday, and I want Gary and TK to comment, even the chat comment on it. Do we really look like twins? I mean,
dude, they're even making the same like
this is horseshit.
Yo, younger brother, dude. Younger brother. I don't see the twin, but I certainly see younger brother, man.
Yeah.
I've always thought that, Dylan. I've always thought younger.
There we go.
I have to agree with TK because like I do actually have twin sisters. Both of my younger sisters are identical twins. I don't think that they look like twins. Maybe fraternal, but that's even kind of a stretch. But like, you got it. I mean, the lady at Kroger said it. The genes are strong in your family because y'all look very similar.
Yeah, and it was actually Ryan, my brother, who encouraged me to put the picture on there, and of course, he commented twins 100%. My brother said that.
True.
Just if I say yes, am I going to be banned? Oh, I won't go that far, Justin.
That's a good point, though. Maybe that's why TK is not agreeing and saying that y'all are twins because he doesn't want to get banned from the show.
Hey, give me a second. I just lost my connection to my webcam, it says. So give me quite a second so I can fix this. Okay, can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we still hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. What the fuck just happened? All right. But yeah, we got a great show lined up for everybody. We do have some AEW Dynasty talk. We got some WWE talk, some WrestleMania. They They updated the card. We're getting day 1 and 2, some stuff that happened on SmackDown, and of course, a big name who did return to AEW after some speculation. So we're actually going to start with Friday Night SmackDown. As you all know, Randy Orton has been doing this thing where he's been on the phone with someone. A lot of people making their predictions of who he's talking to. The wild speculation of Ted DiBiase Jr. being that he got off of his case. And I said, well, I don't know about that. He just got off. I don't think they're going to rush him or anything like that. But it's saying that also, like his theme song, like the voices in his head, they're also saying that he's just talking to himself, basically. Well, it was revealed that it was actually Pat McAfee. The IWC has let us hear it. A lot of people have been given their take on this, and they are not happy. So I'll start with TK on this one. What was the thought process behind the reveal of Pat McAfee? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Where do you see this, going into such a major story into WrestleMania?
It's WWE, dude, and there's a reason why I always say that AEW is the superior product right now, and it's really not close, dude. And listen, I'm not going to dog Pat McAfee because I love Pat McAfee. And what I'm going to say next, I love Jelly Roll. I love Jelly Roll. Man, you got Randy Orton going for title 15 and Cody Rhodes. I mean, the story is built in. It's built into the legacy, dude. Like, I don't understand why we needed anything extra. Once Randy turned, and I think I said on this show, Randy didn't actually turn. I mean, Randy just heard the voices and is going for the title. He did what Cody said. Cody asked him to be that Randy Orton, and Randy Orton said, cool, dude. And he obliged to what Cody requested. And now we get Jelly Roll's involvement in it. And I got when Jelly Roll was involved in it, and I was okay with it, only because he was just like trying to play peacekeeper. And he was like, Randy, he's your boy. Like, you could win the title, but you don't got to be like this. Like, it's okay. And then, Jelly Roll eats the RKO. And it's like, okay, whatever. You're just showing Randy Orton's heel side. That's fine. But, bro, we're going to have Jelly Roll in the corner of Cody Rhodes, I think. And I think we're going to have Pat McAfee in the corner of Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And I just think that is so insane. It's just not necessary by any means. And, again, I love Pat and I love Jelly Roll. But it's another example, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm behind the scenes at all, but it's another example of WWE being so out of touch with everything. And it was Vince McMahon hanging over Triple H when Triple H was trying to book stuff. And now you got TKO hanging over Triple H. And we sit here and dog Triple H, and I do hardcore lately. It's been bad. WWE's been bad. But you can't blame him for these WrestleManias. 2 years in a row now, TKO's involvement. You get Travis Scott. You get the thing with The Rock. You turn John Cena heel. Everything that happened there, The Rock never shows up. It's Travis Scott. And now you get, why even have the phone call in the first place? It should have been Kevin Owens. It should have just been simply Kevin Owens. And if it wasn't going to be Kevin Owens, it was never going to be Ted DiBiase Jr. Like, what relevancy does Ted DiBiase Jr. have to wrestling in 2020?
None.
It was never going to be Ted DiBiase Jr. It shouldn't have been his dad. It should have just been Kevin Owens. And I think I saw someone say that in one of the initial phone calls, Randy Orton said something about having family ties to wrestling. So, like, this makes even less sense if that were actually the case. Like, I can't validate that because I didn't hear that. But that makes so much more less sense. And Kevin Owens could have never been an option then. But, I mean, it's whatever. It's stupid. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. It is what it is. I get why they're doing it. Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee are big names, but doesn't Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes sell enough tickets for themselves? I mean, again, like CM Punk said on Raw, maybe if tickets were $700 to get into the freaking arena, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes would sell freaking tickets. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's dude, WWE's entertainment, AEW's wrestling. So I don't know what people expect. I don't know what people expect at this point. You're getting what you're getting from the WWE. Like, you're getting entertainment. Pat McAfee's entertaining, right? He's the number one name on ESPN. Jelly Roll's the number one star in country music, right? Like, you're getting what you get, right? You're getting entertainment. That's WWE. Correct. I don't know why you'd expect anything else.
So Ted DiBiase Jr. will not be at WrestleMania, but according to Steven, he will be at WrestleCon, though. Just like signing and doing stuff. So wasting no time for public appearances. So Justin said, let's be brutally honest, even if by some rare chance it was Ted DiBiase Jr., he said no one would give a complete shit.
Who would?
No, they wouldn't.
What relevance has Ted DiBiase Jr. had to the wrestling industry in 15 years? And what relevance did Ted DiBiase Jr. have to the wrestling industry before he left, other than his brief stint with Randy and Cody? Nothing.
Pretty much, yeah. None.
Should have been KO.
No,
it should have just been KO. He had the history with both of them, dude. He could have came out, cut a promo with his neck, dude. He got him back on the screens. Kayla, love you. But, dude, get KO back on the TV. It would have been perfect, dude. He could have held one of his KO shows, dude. Had them both on there. He set up everything he did to Cody. He could have been like, Randy, this is why you had to do this to Cody. Like, I did it to Cody. You need to do it to Cody. Sammy should do it to Cody. Jay should do it to Cody. Everyone should do it to Cody. Sorry, I did my best KO there. But you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. So Gary, I know you're not really in tune with Pat McAfee's history with the company. I kind of had to explain who he was from the jump. Like former football player with the Colts, he left. He retired, went work with Barstool Sports, and now he has one of the biggest shows on ESPN. Has a big YouTube channel and whatnot. I mean, the guy's legit. I mean, he is.
Yeah, and
he has done a lot of history with the company. He has done work at NXT. He was former commentator along with Michael Cole. I mean, he's a really big name. So I mean, but it's just very questionable as to what they're doing. So you can give some sort of take on this, for whatever you want to give. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I was sad because like Dylan said it before, and we've kind of talked to Blaine about it because he didn't know. But for anyone that's wondering, my girlfriend is actually from Canada. And she flew in Thursday, so we've been hanging out, and I did not see SmackDown on Friday. I think we went over to your house, and I saw like a very little bit of it, and then we left early.
All right.
And I don't really know who Pat McAfee is, to be honest. Like you said, you told me a little bit, but I mean, I feel like you guys have kind of all said it. I feel like it's just to get more sales. It's like to hype it up, and it's like anything. Get as many big names as possible because people are gonna buy into that.
Right.
And I don't want to share too much because I just don't know enough about it to be able to like formulate a proper opinion. But I honestly think that at this point, it's just sales, especially like we're a week away or 2 weeks away from WrestleMania right now. It's to get as much money as humanly possible. And TK said it too. It's an entertainment business, like especially the WWE side of it. It seems is just like they're bringing in. I'm sure you might talk about it later, but they're bringing in like I Show Speed, Jelly Roll now, like all these people. I feel like it's kind of just a hype train at this point.
Pretty much. Hey, so is Taylor commenting from the other room, Gary? Or is she next to you?
I think no, she's in the other room.
Justin said the
say hi, but
yeah, hey, she can. I mean, yeah. Justin said the mystery caller was just never needed. Cody and Randy have so much history to tell an intriguing story. They never needed celebrities to sell this match. I also agree, but it seems like the big story for WrestleMania this year is the celebrity wing. I mean, you're seeing a lot of celebrities come into this, and I don't know. Jordan, what you think about this, man?
Well, I just want to add really quick too, like TK said it, but Randy and Cody are huge names. Like even someone like me that's new to it, and people that aren't even fans of wrestling, most likely know who Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are. So I feel like I do agree with TK. I feel like they should be able to sell just that match alone. Should be like, oh my god, that's hype, but. Obviously not, I guess. I don't
know. Jordan?
Yeah, I think it's like for like I was saying, entertainment, and like Gary said, like the ticket prices. Like Cody and Randy can sell that match like in a second. But
yeah,
I think it's like with the celebrities coming in and all that.
Right. And honestly, Pat McAfee, his work in NXT was fantastic. Is whenever he aligned himself with like Pete Dunne and was Danny Burch. I think it was his first like real time doing any sort of like heel work in NXT. Had that great match with Adam Cole. He even had a good match on the main roster. What was it? I think it was last year against Gunther at a Backlash. So I mean, he can do good stuff other than commentating. It's just this right here is sort of a head scratcher as far as one of your biggest stories going into WrestleMania. I mean, if you look at stories, obviously, like you're looking at Roman and Punk. That's one big one. You look at Oba and Brock, who closed out Raw, and it was really good. And this is a good story also. It's just, I'm not sure. It's from an entertainment standpoint. Obviously, they're bringing in a lot of celebrities, but I would love KO as well to be the one he was talking to. If they're gonna go through with a mystery caller, have it be Kevin Owens. I mean, Kevin Owens was posting cryptic shit on the internet, and the moment he started doing it, then for one, that's when I know that it wasn't gonna be him. If he would have just left social media alone and it actually turned out to be him, yeah. The Pat McAfee one is a little bit of a head scratcher. Now, I love Pat on the microphone. I think he's fantastic. I think he's a great talker on the microphone. Cut a great promo after he was revealed. But after WrestleMania, where do you go with this? Does it just end? Does he just leave once again? I don't know. I sort of feel like a lot of celebrities they're bringing in are not going to be seen much after WrestleMania. You know, like guys like iShow Speed, like Jelly Roll, like for one with Pat McAfee. I mean, there's a lot of people we're not going to see too much after WrestleMania, and I think the ticket sales, as they've been talking about forever leading up to WrestleMania, has been the biggest concern going back to Vegas. And the prices. I mean, CM Punk said it, well enough to lower the fucking ticket prices. It's even if they kept it in New Orleans, I wouldn't. Dude, from what I wouldn't be able to go. I mean, if you listen to Nosebleed, you're still paying a shit ton of money. And I'm not trying to go all the way to New Orleans, 3 hours from me, and sit next to Jesus. So I mean, it's a very interesting angle. I'm pretty interested to see where they go with this. A lot of people don't like it, but for one, that's their first impression, is how they like it. So let's see how this goes. I'm not gonna dog it just yet, but hopefully this actually has a good outcome and it actually turns up with Randy winning the title, because I really want him to win it. I think he deserves to win it. Moving on to some AEW talk. Last week on Dynamite, it was before Dynamite actually. It was reported that it seems like Chris Jericho was leaning going back to AEW rather than a return to the WWE. And since his contract expired on the new year, the main speculation is going to WWE. He was going to show up at the Netflix anniversary. He was going to show up at the Royal Rumble. I mean, there was so much speculation, and he never got removed off the roster page for AEW. And that was the biggest concern for a lot of the pro WWE fans, was that he never left the roster page. But whenever the report came out that seemed like he was going back to AEW, they were in Winnipeg, where Jericho is from, and he actually kicked off the show. It was a very confusing start because it was Tony Schiavone in the ring. It was supposed to be the contract signing, and constant pyro is just going off, and it's for one confusing Tony Schiavone as well. And then Jericho comes out to a rather less pop than I expected from that Winnipeg crowd. Hometown crowd for Jericho wasn't that big of a pop to me. And he is back in AEW. A lot of people confused about him going back. What more does he need to do in AEW to go have one last run in the WWE and whatnot, have that last run over there, and he goes back to AEW. So I'll start with our AEW guy right here, TK. What do you think about him going back to AEW? Do you think there's more for him to accomplish there?
It's interesting, right? As someone who loves AEW, I thought Jericho's time in AEW was up, man. A year ago, I thought he was done. Jericho's been boring in AEW for a real long time now. So, but absence always makes the heart grow fonder, right? So when Jericho did show up, I was shocked. I didn't expect it. So I marked out. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was crazy, man. I got out of my chair. Like, it literally got me out of my chair. I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. I thought he was going to WWE. I thought he was going to show up on the Raw after WrestleMania and have one last run into next year WrestleMania, and then get a Hall of Fame induction and get retired by Gunther at WrestleMania next year. I thought that he could have debuted in the Royal Rumble. I thought that him and LA Knight would have been a fucking awesome match at WrestleMania this year. As far as Jericho and AEW, very interesting stuff. Where does Jericho fit in? I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in AEW right now. AEW is so loaded up and down the roster. Jericho needs to be used as a special attraction, though. Jericho does not need to be there each and every week. If Jericho's used now at Dynasty this week, like, there's a lot of guys. We only have 6 matches for Dynasty, so it's very easy. I'm going to give my All Elite Dirt Sheet partner and brother, De Niro, all the credit in the world for this. Swerve Strickland still has no match for Dynasty. Ooh. You got Jericho right there right now. Jericho and Swerve, I don't think they've thrown down on a big stage in AEW. That's huge. So. Like, you want to makeshift a match in Canada? Jericho and Swerve. You brought Jericho back as a face. Is very, and who's Swerve feuding with? Kenny Omega. Jericho, Kenny, they got a lot of history there together. So I think, like, you can go Jericho Swerve right away here. But then you can go Jericho Kyle Fletcher if you want for that TNT championship. You got Jericho Okada. It's a huge match that we haven't seen in AEW. We saw in New Japan. We didn't see in AEW. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can run that match right there. Okada's got the international championship, so it's another title feud for Jericho. And I'm not sitting here saying that Jericho needs to be in title feuds by any means, but you want to do you want to maximize the rest of his career, right? So Jericho Okada, get it done on the big stage. Jericho Swerve, get it done on the big stage. Jericho Kyle Fletcher, that's fucking a huge match for Kyle Fletcher, bro. Like, Kyle Fletcher beat him, or maybe Jericho takes the belt from him, and then Jericho holds that belt for 3 to 4 months, and then puts another young talent over in the process. So I think that Jericho's last run here could be real fruitful over the next 18 months if they do it properly, babyface him up, use him as a special attraction. There every 6 weeks-ish. Maybe they're just for pay-per-views every 4 weeks, whatever. But special attraction is asked, and I think it could be real fruitful as last 18 months.
So did they ever come out with the contract details of how long it is? I mean, is this like a longer term, or is he not going to be there very long?
So my understanding that he came out and said he's not going to wrestle anywhere else. So I think Tony, I think he's going to be there as long as he wants to be there. And Tony Khan will have the guy until he's 70. I'm saying 18 months just because, like, dude, after 18 months, no one's going to want this guy around. So he better fucking figure out how to do it. Well, people already don't want him back. I'm just saying that they use him properly. The way I would book him over the next 18 months would be fucking legit. And then I would open a Hall of Fame in AEW and make him my first inductee is what I would do. Yeah.
True. Yeah. So Gary, I know you're not the biggest AEW guy. You know, you're kind of still learning about AEW. I'm pretty sure, obviously, you do know of Chris Jericho. I mean, he's one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. So, anything you want to offer on him going back to AEW? For as long as you've been on our show, we have brought up Jericho's name so many times. Kind of fantasy booking him going back to WWE, and obviously now it's not happening. So, anything you want to offer on that?
So it's not really necessarily about him going back to AEW, but I was going to say that even like growing up, not being a wrestling fan and stuff, I've heard of Chris Jericho. Like you said, he's a huge name in the scene. And I just think it's hype that he is wrestling anywhere, like hearing these names that we grew up hearing, like Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, people like that even I knew about, not being a fan. I just think it's hype to see that they're still there, and I can still experience watching them do matches before they retire and stuff. So it's not necessarily about him being in the AEW, but my opinion is just that I'm happy to hear that he has a place somewhere, and that he's still going to be wrestling and kicking butt for maybe a couple of years.
Love it.
Jordan?
Yeah, first on our past shows, I thought we said that he
a lot of our past shows. We talked about it a lot.
He's in the box. He's in the box.
Yeah, box. I forgot about the box.
Yeah, going back to WWE, but seen him last week on AEW. He gonna be in back with AEW now, and hell, just put him in a match this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot to do for this weekend. This is not like Tony Khan to have 6 matches, but only 5 on the main card, being that Marina Shafir and them are on 0 hour. So yeah, that's not like Tony Khan at all. So he's gonna go nuts tonight. So I could definitely see Jericho doing something at Dynasty for sure, and also that it's in Canada. Yeah, I could definitely see it. But yeah, I mean, as Jordan said, on a lot of our past shows, we did fantasy book a lot of Chris Jericho going back to WWE type thing. And I know Blaine was one of the biggest advocates for him going back to WWE. And he was fantasy booking the shit out of it. Blaine is not an AEW guy by any means. So honestly, being that he's missing the show, I'm pretty sure it doesn't bother him that much, being that we're talking a lot of AEW. But yeah, I mean, for him having a home somewhere like AEW, he's a day one guy in AEW, and he's done a lot of great work over there, won a lot of titles and whatnot. I don't see him going much for a title. If he does, maybe like how Steven was saying, how Fletcher's going to be out for a while. I could see some sort of angle where he gets the TNT title, holds it for quite some time. And maybe when Fletcher comes back, he wins it back. Maybe just have Jericho as that temporary title holder. But yeah, there's a lot for Jericho to accomplish. People who he has not had the chance of going up against. So yeah, I mean, yeah, as much as it sucks that he won't go there for one final run back to WWE, and it doesn't seem like he's going back there at all. So that slams any sort of rumor of him going back. Because once he did show up in AEW, the report came out saying that him going back over there was never even a possibility. So there was no talks at all about him going back to WWE at all, which is nuts because we were fantasy booking the shit out of it. And while we're doing all this, and not just us, but other podcasts doing it as well, from behind the scenes, there was no real talk at all. And that just makes us all look like idiots. But yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it was his decision, and I feel like if it's up to his best interest of him going back, then obviously he has a good reason of doing it. I would imagine a great relationship with Tony Khan. I watched the interview with like Vince Russo and them and Jonathan Coachman. I think Tony Khan's he's a really good stand-up guy, and I think he has great relationships with all of his talent. So yeah, I mean, I can see the reason why he goes back over there. And being that, yeah, WWE's not in the most fantastic place ever. I think Jericho, at his age, he can just do what he wants, and he has more freedom over there in AEW as well. Because no telling what they would put him in if he went back to WWE. They probably bring him back and have him get retired by Gunther within months, and that's not what he wanted.
No.
So.
No.
All right, let's see if I can get through this whole comment here. All right, we got our OPC Ivan. What's up, brother? He says, happy Wednesday. It's Banger Wednesday for sure with the ace that holds it in place, Mr. Sensational Gary, Triple G, the slap nuts, and the banger tracker with the nipple mania running wild. My God, what a comment. I love it. Steven said potentially Jericho winning the Owen Hart tournament, maybe.
Osprey.
Let's see. Ivan says I don't blame Jericho, the Tom Brady of pro wrestling going back. He also gonna be a future agent, producer, creative for AEW alongside with the Elite and John Moxley. As Steven says, say that 10 times fast. That's good. So before we get to our AEW Dynasty picks, they did announce, I believe it was yesterday, the actual lineup for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. I'm not sure if the graphic they posted was what is the actual order. I know the order like comes out the day of or something like that, so maybe that's just how they aligned the graphic and whatnot. So obviously we're not doing picks. That's for next week. But of night 1, we have the Vision and ISO Speed taking on the Usos and LA Knight. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Stephanie Valkyrie, Liv Morgan for the Women's World title. AJ Lee and Becky for the Intercontinental title. Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, taking on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And then Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and the Bellas. For the Women's Tag title, Seth Rollins, Gunther, and Cody and Randy for the Undisputed title. Night 2, Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, the 6-pack ladder match for the Intercontinental title of Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley for the women's championship. Sami Zayn, Trick Williams for the United States title. The Demon Finn Balor, they spoiled the shit out of that one. And Dominic Mysterio, and then CM Punk and Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight title. So I'll start with TK. Which night do you think maybe has the edge over the other? And if you could pick a match from each night that you're actually looking forward to the most, what would it be?
Oof, man, that's loaded.
It is loaded.
6 matches right now. I assume they're going to add Io and Asuka to night 2. I mean, obviously, Punk and Roman I'm most looking forward to, and Oba and Brock. I mean, the two matches I'm most looking forward to are on night 2. The ladder match is on night 2. That's pretty money right there. Rhea and Jade. I know a lot of people aren't excited for the actual match. I think it's going to be like 8 minutes of fucking beefy fury between women that Rhea's going to put her down, take the belt back. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to that at all. What are the other? And then night 1, you got, I mean, Randy and Cody should be real good. Jacob and Drew should be real good. Well, I thought Liv and Stephanie would be real good in the ring, dude. But now Liv's got this head injury I'm a little concerned about. But
yeah, that was wild.
AJ and Becky, no stipulation, is a little confusing to me. I don't know how they're just running back like a regular singles match, so I'm not very excited about that match. Perfect. Nice. That's
good.
So that'll be night 2.
Thank God.
I am looking forward to the women. I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. I think both nights are going to be pretty solid, to be honest with you. I guess night 2 would be my answer. I'm most looking forward to. I wish night 2 was not night 1. I'm having a little WrestleMania party at the house. I wish like the card of night. So yeah, night 2. But I wish it was on Saturday. So I'm not so much looking forward to it because it's on Sunday. So I'm having a hard time answering that. But as far as the actual show goes, I think night 2 probably would be better.
Yeah. Gary?
I agree with TK. I think night 2 is my pick mainly because I'm more hype about some of those matches than night 1.
Because you're ready for Oba Femi.
Well, yeah, I mean
you're a big Oba guy.
That's a huge factor, but just looking at all of the matches on the card, like as far as night 1, I think I'm only really hyped for the Cody and Orton or the Cody and Randy match. Night 2. You have Oba Femi beating the shit out of Brock Lesnar. I don't care what anyone says. Oba's winning. And then you have like Rhea Ripley versus Jade, whatever the hell her last name is.
I raised my hand on that really quick. Sorry, Gary. I heard that's not true, Bakley. I heard that Julia and Kiana James would be added to that match. Julia could still do double duty and wrestle Tiffany on SmackDown, and that way Io gets her WrestleMania match against Asuka on the next night. Just throwing that out there. Sorry, Gary.
No, that's all right. But yeah, like you have the ladder match. Like I don't know. I just feel like I'm more hyped to watch the actual matches on the second night than the first night. So I'm in agreement with TK. I'm more excited for night 2 personally.
And this is also your first time watching a live WrestleMania, so this is like Christmas for you.
Yeah, well, like that's another thing to say is it's my first WrestleMania ever, so I am very hyped for both nights. I don't want it to I don't want it to come off the wrong way. I want to see both nights. I'm more excited for night 2.
First WrestleMania ever. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jordan.
Yeah, I'm with Gary and TK for night 2. I'm excited for night 2 with Oba and Brock, and then CM Punk and Reigns, and I'm looking forward to night 1 with Cody and Randy Orton.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with all three of y'all. I think night 2 is a lot better looking on paper. I'm severely disappointed that they spoiled the return of Demon Finn. It's mainly ticket sales, obviously. Bakley says Mania version gonna pop his cherry.
I love it.
That's too good. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the first match on, if you go to Wikipedia and then you look at the last match, the first Oba and Brock, which I've been looking forward to since it actually came to life, and then CM Punk and Roman, the feud between those two has been fantastic. It would have been nice to get them, last year, but they inserted Seth into it, which I do like how everything came after, Paul turned on both of them and aligned with Rollins, being that it didn't even last long after that when they brought Breaker and then Reed into the mix. But if you look at night one, also, I'm looking forward a lot to Cody and Randy. I'm hoping that Randy gets it. But I'm really, really looking forward to Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. That unsanctioned match is going to be fantastic. They're going to go all over Allegiant Stadium, and they're going to beat the shit out of each other. And that's what I'm looking forward to with those two. 'Cause honestly, we were, I think weeks ago, kind of uncertain what they were going to have for Jacob and Drew. So finally, everyone's saying just let them go at it, them two. And they actually listen to us, and now we're getting unsanctioned between those. Oh, yeah, that's going to be fantastic. So I think the card on paper is really good. I'm actually looking forward also to Rollins and Gunther, because we were just honestly talking, what was it, last Monday before Raw, and we said that both of them didn't have a match yet. And I started thinking to myself, why not just have them face each other? If Braun Breaker is actually not cleared, which I thought maybe once you heard the pop from the crowd that Breaker was coming, but it's Gunther, and then Gunther has this little face-to-face with Paul Heyman. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match. It's just weird for Gunther fighting in a match that he's not retiring somebody. So, yeah, it's going to be a little different, but I am looking forward to it. I think on paper, the card is really good. It was kind of weird how Rey Mysterio was supposed to face Gunther, and then he's somehow hurt, and now that Gunther has an opponent, he's not hurt, and he's in the ladder match now. So,
Dylan, I do want to say the same people who reported that Rey Mysterio was supposed to face Gunther are the same people that said that Chris Jericho was going to AEW, or to WWE. So, I mean, we always got to
people over two, man.
I'm just saying, we always got to remember we got to take what they say with a grain of salt,
Pretty much. Well, who's the people? If you want to, everyone shout somebody out.
Oh no, but just the whole internet wrestling community on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Like all the names. Not Sean Ross Sapp though. Like he's one that I would actually say has got a lot of credence and credibility. He does. He's really good at his job. So like if he's reporting it on Fightful Select or something, there's probably some legitimacy behind it. But if he's not, we're seeing stuff like this, right?
Hey, this is also something I'd like to see. Braun going to spear Seth after the match.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
And then Steven said the National Enquirer dirt sheets pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I think SRS is the only good one, dude. Yeah. As far as like that kind of stuff, he's pretty accurate most of the time, right?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's get to this AEW card. There's only 5 on the main card, and there's 1 so far on 0 Hour. So we'll start with 0 Hour. Hold on, because I had the card up, and I must have X'd out of it. Let me get it up real quick. All right. We're going to start with 0 Hour. We have Alex Windsor taking on Marina Shafir. We'll start same row. We'll start TK, Gary, Jordan, myself. TK, who's winning this one?
This one's not for the her New Japan Strong title, right? It's a non-title match.
Yeah, it looks like non-title. I'm going off of Wikipedia here.
No, I thought it was non-title. I just wasn't sure if they changed anything. Yeah, no, Marina's gonna win this match. I don't know. It makes sense because Windsor is married to Ospreay, or she's marrying Ospreay in June or something along those lines. Right. Yeah. So you got the Death Riders, Marina attacking Ospreay with the Death Riders, Mox and Ospreay going at it. The match makes sense. I kind of wish it was on the main card. We'll probably get a Willow Open challenge on the main card for the other women's match, which I'm with. But Marina for sure, definitely should be a good match though.
Yeah. Gary,
I'm gonna have to agree with TK just because I think it's been like twice so far that Marina Shafir has come up in the discussion, and I've always gone against her. So I gotta show a little bit of support, And also in that card, I don't like Windsor's face. So the face she's making is just looking kind of out there. So can't go with that
one. Jordan,
I agree with both of them. It's gonna be a good match though.
Yeah, I'm also going Marina. as well. Then we have Andrade taking on Darby Allin. If Darby wins, he gets a future AEW World Championship match. TK?
Yeah, Darby for sure. Andrade's been really built up over the last couple of months since returning to AEW. His run has been very, very good, beating Swerve, beating Kenny Omega. I thought he was going to get the world title shot against MJF at Dynasty, to be honest with you. I thought Andrade was going to be the one to get the title shot. I was confused it wasn't Andrade. You notice how it's not a number one contenders match. It's if Darby wins, Darby gets the title shot. There's some little dissension within the Don Callis family right now. Andrade doesn't really want to take this match. Like, Don Callis is forcing him into it. MJF kind of paid him money with the briefcase to take the match. Andrade's like, dude, I just want to go after the world title. But nonetheless, Darby's going to win the match. It'll be Darby and, spoiler alert, Darby and MJF in the world title match at Double or Nothing in May. Good match.
All right.
Should be a lot of fun again. Another real good match.
Oh, for sure. Gary?
So before I pick,
Oh, boy.
does anyone else think that Darby looks like half his face looks like Ghost from Call of Duty and the other half looks like Darth Maul from Star Wars? I mean, I'm going to go with Andrade just because I recognize the name, and although I think TK does know his shit, and I think he's probably right, I don't want to just seem like I'm piggybacking off of his answer every time, so I'm going to go against him on this one.
Damn it, Gary. How dare you go against
Jordan?
I got Darby.
Yeah, simply because of the stipulation. It's not number one contender. It's just a Darby type thing, all going in Darby's favor. I guess I'll just roll the dice on Darby Allin. If it was number one contender for both, I'd probably go Andrade because I do think he deserves a world title shot at some point. It's just a stipulation behind it is what's making me choose Darby. Let's see. Then we got the AEW Continental Championship, Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. TK?
Man, this is tough. This one's real tough for me. I think Moxley should retain. I don't like what's going on with Moxley right now. And Moxley was doing really well transitioning to a babyface. I thought he was on fire doing what he was doing. Now he's back in this chicken shit heel role. I don't know, man. I throw my hands up. Ospreay shouldn't be wrestling for this belt. The whole thing I hate. Like, the match is going to be fire. I don't hate the match. But in a weird way, them adding the Continental Championship to the match makes me think that it's going to go to a time limit draw. And Moxley's going to retain the title because Ospreay just does not need this belt. And then at Double or Nothing, yeah, see, I think we get a time limit draw, and then United Empire might come out to save him at the pay-per-view, or we might save that for a Dynamite. Yeah, see, I'm with Steven there for sure. I think we're going to get a time limit draw. So them adding the title was kind of crucial to their feud. Because then at Double or Nothing, they can have a one-on-one match with a stipulation behind it, like a real blood match between them to go at it without the Continental Championship on the line, while Moxley continues to have that belt and defend it, or do eliminator matches like he does each and every week because he's so fucking good at what he does. And then Ospreay does what he's there for. He's supposed to win the All-In Cup. He's supposed to go win the world title from MJF at All-In. Like, anything other than that for Ospreay is a major disappointment to me. He does not need this championship. So this match will be a draw. I would love if United Empire does come out and save him after the match and we get that going for sure.
Same here. Gary?
I'm going to go with Jon Moxley winning. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like, in my experience, which is very limited, it's a thing where, like, if you're, engaged or married or whatever happens to your partner happens to you. We saw it with, like, CM Punk won and AJ Lee both won. Or she also won. I was the only one, by the way, on that show that guessed that she was going to win, and I got it right. So fuck all you guys. So, if his, like, weird-faced lover is going to lose, then I think he's going to lose too.
Fuck, dude. Dude.
Just sharing my sensational knowledge with you guys.
Honestly, just waiting for explanations for every match is honestly what I look forward to. Like when it comes to Gary. That's
Dude,
great.
eventually I'm gonna have knowledge. I'm gonna only have serious answers. That's why I'm trying to like live it up right now and give like kind of joking.
That makes
stuff.
sense.
Because I know at some point it's not gonna be like this anymore in the future.
Jordan?
I got John Moxley.
So I'm going with a time limit draw also. And it's simply because the title's on the line. If it was non-title, I'd say like probably Ospreay wins it. But I'd love the idea of the time limit draw, and then they get no time limit, like Steven was saying, at Double or Nothing. But I would also love if the United Empire does come out and assist, Will Ospreay in some capacity. That would be awesome as well. But also I would love to go Will Ospreay in this, but simply because the title's on the line, that's what worries me, and I think that is for the time limit, and also we get it at Double or Nothing. So I was waiting for this match to come up because Gary is gonna know who this person is the moment he sees him.
Oh, no.
We got the World Tag Titles. We have FTR. Yep, there's his favorite. FTR taking on Cage and Cope for the tag titles. Tim, you weren't on the show when we picked our last AEW show, but he, for some odd reason, keeps saying that Dax Harwood looks like bald Mario.
He does, dude.
So that's why I couldn't.
Mario. Okay.
Look at his face. He looks like a bald Mario.
I can kind of see it, Gary. I see where you're coming from.
TK, who you got, man?
Oh, it's Cope and Cage for sure. I mean, this is the climax to what we've been waiting the whole year feud, right? I think FTR turned on them at Dynasty last year, or FTR turned on Cope at Dynasty last year. We had the match 6 months ago. They were gone for 6 months. We built to this match. It's got to be Cope and Cage, and then I very much so look forward to the rematch between them. That's going to involve the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing, which will likely be a TLC match. And yeah, I think this match is going to be fucking fantastic, dude.
Gary, who you got?
You already know who I got. I'm going with Bald Mario and Mullet Luigi, dude. I need the Mario Brothers to win.
Shit. Jordan?
I got Cage and Cope.
Yeah, same here. The whole logic, everything TK said, I absolutely agree with everything. Year in the making from the turn. Yeah, I think it's got to happen. This is what they built up for. I mean, I think it definitely has to happen. FTR's had a good run with them, but I think it's time for Cage and Cope to actually have these titles with them. 2 matches to go. The AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla, taking on Jamie Hayter. TK?
Tekla. I was real surprised by this match. I know they have history. I know Jamie beat her at a pay-per-view, I believe, a couple months back before Tekla was world champ. So, I mean, it makes sense. And Jamie Hayter's future or former world champion. So, again, it makes sense. But I thought it was going to be Mina Shirakawa in some sort of like no-holds-bar match. I was confused why they went to Jamie. I'm not opposed to it, but it's so blatantly obvious that Tekla's going to retain the belt. So, Tekla. Yeah, it should be a fun match, though.
Gary?
I'm agreeing with TK. I think Tekla is winning, and I'll give you my reason why. She reminds me a bit like Alexa Bliss, who I like, and Jamie looks very much like Becky Lynch, who always loses every match that I have seen her in. So, sorry, Jamie, but you got to lose.
Jordan?
I agree with both of them.
I think Tekla holds the title until a certain CEO comes back and wins the title from her. She dropped every title, I believe. She had a million titles, and I think she either lost them all. I think she vacated the last whatever she had, and she has no titles. So I think that was the whole story from the jump, is her winning all these titles. She loses the big one when it comes to the women's world title in AEW, which is now 0-2 in those matches. I think that was the whole plan from the jump, was to get them and lose the big one, and then she starts losing all the titles, and then she comes back and wins the big one. So I think Tekla holds it until Mercedes comes back, which absolutely pains me to say. Which makes me wonder, how does a Tekla and Mercedes Moné feud work? Like, does Mercedes come back as a face? I mean, to go after Tekla? I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's gonna come back as a face. I mean, like, her downfall, she's lost every belt now. I think she's got to come back as a face. Will the crowd adapt to her? I mean, who doesn't want to cheer for Mercedes, right? I mean, what up, Devin? Hope all is well, brother. I want to cheer for her. I want to cheer for her. I mean, she hit her climax. She won all those belts. She's going through it. She lost all the belts, and I respect the hell out of her for her grind, man. I really do. Like, I want to cheer for her. I mean, I've been cheering for her. I'm one of the very few who have been cheering for her, because I think she's been nothing but fantastic in her run in AEW. But I want to cheer for her as a face, man. I want her to do her thing as a face. So I'm with you in everything you just said, man.
Absolutely. And then we got our main events. MJF defending the Triple B against Kenny Omega. Who you got, TK? Even though you spoiled it earlier.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's
fuck it. Who cares?
I can't say, I shouldn't say that I'm disappointed in the actual match itself. MJF and Kenny is gonna bang. The match on Collision they had was awesome. A couple of years back. It's going to be a great match. I think it's pretty predictable that MJF is going to win. I think a lot of this card's pretty predictable, to be honest with you. I mean, again, Revolution was the best AEW pay-per-view I've ever seen, in my opinion. So it's going to be real hard to duplicate what they did there and follow that. This match is going to be great, but I think MJF is obviously going to retain. I'm disappointed that they didn't add Swerve to this match, as De Niro and I have discussed on All Elite Dirt Sheet, that we thought that Swerve was going to get involved in it, the contract signing last week, and get in the match, but maybe that Swerve Jericho match will come to fruition. Whatever. The one-on-one, it's blatantly obvious we're leading to MJF and Darby at Double or Nothing, and not opposed to it. But I think MJF's going to retain there. I think it's real obvious where we're going with the trajectory of the title. Maybe Kenny wins and throws us all off when we get Kenny and Ospreay at All In, which again I'm not opposed to. Kenny and Darby would be fun as well, but. Dude, Max is their guy, man. Max is their number one in the company. He's having a great run with this belt. He just got it back a couple months ago. You don't take it off of him. Max retains.
Gary?
I'm also going with MJF because he's the only one of the two that I know.
Oh, well done. Jordan?
MJF.
Yeah, I'm gonna go MJF as well. But TK bringing up the whole like Ospreay Omega thing, brings me back to their match they had at Wrestle Kingdom a couple years ago, which was probably one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. And I would love to see him run it back again for a third time. Because they wrestled again that same year at Forbidden Door, but getting them again would be an absolute dream. So I wouldn't be opposed to that as well. But like you just said, Max is their guy. I mean, I think he holds that title for quite some time. And we do get that MJF Darby at a Double or Nothing. So for one, as good as a match that this is going to be, yeah, I think Max does something. Cheat, obviously. He never wins clean. And we're going to get MJF retaining. But overall, I think it's going to be a good show. It is a very predictable show, but I think it is going to be a good show to watch on Sunday. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Am I going to buy it? I'm not sure. I'll probably find a stream for it, but I'll see. But no, that'll do it for this live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. This is show number 1 of our big triple header tonight on the Debate Network. We do have the AEW watch party coming on in less than 60 seconds. Well, we just hit the minute mark, so we are about a minute away. Or no, we are actually at 7 o'clock now. Okay, so it is now. Okay, I was getting all fucked up with my time. The AEW Dynamite watch along is live right now on the Debate Network. Circle Debate, go check it out right now. Swing on over after here and go check it out. And then right after All Elite Dirt Sheet, TK and De Niro will be going live for their post show of AEW Dynamite. So go check that out as well. Is it going to be the same stream? Because I saw Ivan did the thumbnail together.
Yeah, pretty cool. So tonight we're going to do the watch along. And then me and De Niro are going to hop on the end of the watch along and transition from those folks into us. Justin's going to stay on as our guest tonight, so that'll be pretty cool. And then, yeah, man, me, De Niro, and Justin are going to do our thing and hopefully talk about a pretty hype Dynamite leading into Dynasty. And like 5 more matches probably added to the show today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, TK, always, man, it's always a pleasure having you on, man. Always a fun time having you on. Where can we find you and all of the Debate Network?
Yeah, man. It was a great time tonight. Really appreciate you inviting me. I was talking a little AEW. I'm glad we got to slip some WWE in too. Had some thoughts on that, so I'm glad I was able to talk about that as well. Gary, like I always say, man, always a pleasure, dude. You are fantastic. I love your rationale behind your answers. Jordan, my guy, always love hanging out with you. And Dylan, dude, you're the man, dude. I can't thank you for everything you do. You are the best, brother. You can find me on the Debate Network, man. These guys are live 7 days a week. I never even talk about myself over there. It's just them. They are just workhorses every single night. They're live right now. Swing on over there, Circle of Debate. Watch alongs each and every night. You can find me like once or twice a week over there. I drop a Tim King show or a Game Breaker Sports episode with Dylan and Streets. Last week I did with my kid Jameson. He predicted like 7 of the WrestleMania matches. He's only 5, so it was really cool. Like he did the whole thing. It was pretty awesome. He would throw the match out there, and then he said he was going to win. It was pretty awesome stuff. Go check it out. But other than that, you can just find me over there. I'll be live tonight around 9:30. I'll probably hop on with them around 9-ish, probably during the main event. But you can find me tonight over there, All Elite Dirt Sheet, with my partner Mike Nero and our special guest Justin tonight. But again, awesome. Thank you very much, brother. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Gary.
You can find me on Facebook at Gary Fondo or at Gary_Fondo04 on Twitter. And also, I just wanted to throw some kind words to TK. He, at the beginning and the end of the show, he spoke about us. And TK, having you on the show, I always have a good time also, man. It was awesome meeting you the first time a couple shows ago when we first met. And, I mean, I always enjoy hanging out with you, Justin, Eli, everyone that comes on the show. It's always been a good experience, and I'm glad to be a part of it now. So just wanted to throw some compliments your way, too.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Gary.
Awesome. Jordan.
Yeah, it was awesome to have a TK on. That's my dude right there.
Oh, baby, let's go.
When you say he's your twin?
I'm way too old to be twins with any one of you young guys on this show. All right.
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
That's right. And you can find our other co-host Blaine at B_Arsenal_. You can find me at _Ace of Elite. You can find a podcast at World Elite Pod. Also on Instagram, also at World Elite Pod. We do have our big WrestleMania prediction show happening on next Tuesday, special start time of 5:30 p.m. Central. So far, we got Justin and De Niro come and hang out with us. Tim, you do have an open invite to come hang out with us as well next Tuesday, so the door is open. Absolutely, man. We'd love to have you. We predict the whole WrestleMania card. Looking forward to a special start time, like I said, 5:30 p.m. Central next Tuesday. The stream is already on the YouTube channel, so go show some love to that. Show some love to this one as well. Show some love to the channel, and of course, go show some love to the Debate Network doing their watch party right now for AEW Dynamite and for All Elite Dirt Sheet right after. We do have merchandise, which is in the description of the video.
Holy shit, the United Empire is on AEW Dynamite right now. My bad. Wow.
Oh, shit.
That might have to cut your plug. Holy crap, dude. Whoa.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, wow. Dude. Brawl. My bad. Damn.
Oh, shit. Nice. I'm going to go check that out after this. That's fucking awesome.
Oh.
See, that's what we live for. That like childhood hype when you're literally in your like 30s, 40s, whatever, and you just still feel like a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
That was awesome just to see that.
It really was. It really was. That was awesome.
Bakley just said it. I was like, no, we're going to get that later. No, we're getting it now. Damn.
God, we're getting it now, dude. I thought they were saying it for Dynasty.
Dude, me too. Well, I thought they were going to do it for after Dynasty.
Yeah.
United Empire, Gary, my bad. I know you probably want to run. So the United Empire is a New Japan stable
Yep.
that Will Ospreay was the leader of. All right. He left, came to AEW. A guy named Callum Newman took it over. He's only 23 years old. He just won the New Japan World Championship this past weekend, becoming the youngest New Japan champion of all time, world champion of all time. Now, Ospreay cornered him for the match, dude, being there for him. After the match, he said he has a Death Rider. He's got a problem in AEW. Can you help me out with it? Clearly, his boys are here to help him out. Let's go, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
That does sound really hype, actually.
And he's got his wife in the ring fighting with him. Like, he's got his boys and his wife. Like, I mean, this is dope. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, I'm done. But watch along for more over there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we can go check that out. Like I said, description. We have our sponsored affiliates. Go listen to the audio on all the platforms and whatnot. But once again, TK, thank you for joining us. We're going to get on out of here so we can go check out AEW. Check us out next week, WrestleMania, and go check out everything that Debate Network has to offer for the rest of the week. Like I said, they're live 7 days a week. Go check them out. But that will do it. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you all next week for our big WrestleMania prediction show. Y'all have a good one.